subscribe. Darling Radio, like and subscribe.
All right, let's go. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. All right, everybody, let's get it in. Y'all know what time it is. We up in the building. We are in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all come on through. Y'all pop on in. What's good with everybody? What's good with everybody? Oh, yeah, we up in here. We're going to chop it up tonight. Oh, man, everybody pile on in the room. Give me a nice retweet to let everybody know that we are indeed on live right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to chop it up, and we're going to chop it up heavy. I want everybody to come on in here. We got to discuss this fight that we saw tonight. A lot of stuff we got to discuss about this, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the broadcast for all the new people. This is what we do. We get out every night and chop it up. Let me tell everybody to give me a retweet. Everybody retweet this. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'm just telling everybody to retweet. Hold on 1 second. Y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. All right. So listen. I know y'all saw the fight with Jake Paul and Mike Tyson tonight on Netflix. Very interesting to say the least. It took a minute for the main event to go down. They had all of those undercard fights, and that was like 4-5 hours. And the most interesting thing of that were those two women when they were fighting. It was a Puerto Rican chick and the Irish chick. The Puerto Rican chick clearly won. The Irish chick was up here headbutting her and the whole nine, and they still gave it to the Irish chick. So it was on something. But for those who don't know, there was a fight tonight, a fight earlier with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Now, would we describe Jake Paul as an actual boxer? How can I describe Jake Paul to folks who are not familiar with him? He's more like a YouTuber who kind of got into boxing, but he's not really a legitimate boxer. It's kind of hard to describe this guy because he does these exhibition or these spectacle fights, and that's what we have to discuss tonight. Now, he actually, quote, won the fight against Tyson. And it was a big bag. This was a big money bag. It was a money bag for Tyson. I think Tyson got $20 million. Jake Paul got, I think he's going to get 40, 60 million, something like that. He's going to get a bigger bag because I think it's his promotion company that put the fight on. So his company put it on. And the fight was very interesting. Um, I'm gonna give my opinions on it. I'll get yours on it too. When they were interviewing Mike beforehand, they had one shot of Mike with his Bucci cat out. I don't know why they showed that. They were talking about they mistakenly showed Mike because he was in the locker room, and I think he had on a jock strap with the ass out. And I don't know why they showed that. They didn't have to show that. But Mike Tyson got in the ring with him, and Mike Tyson's his age was showing. He wasn't as fast as he used to be. Mike was taking them punches though. He was eating them damn punches. But the legs weren't there, and he was moving a little slow, but he was eating punches. So he this is not the Mike Tyson of old. It's not the Mike Tyson of old. And Mike Tyson, he went in there with a janky knee. He had like some kind of little medical emergency a few months ago. So this man's damn near 60 years old, but he took those punches and he took that bag. Mike was like, hell, I'm gonna get this 20 million. Whatever, I'm gonna get this 20 million. So I'm low key not mad at him. So, Jake Paul didn't do anything spectacular to me. And I think the audience was kind of booing the fight. They weren't booing Tyson later on in the fight. The audience was like, okay, things were going by real fast. It was like a 20-minute fight from what I understand. It wasn't that long. It was like 8 2-minute rounds. And the audience wanted to see some action. They didn't really mix it up like that. They really didn't mix it up. Again, this was more of a spectacle fight than anything. And we got to understand this is the new wave now. We got to understand with these content creators fighting in different types of spectacle events. It's going to be a little bit different now because it's a different ball game. You got these content creators and these YouTubers, and a lot of these dudes, they got a bag. They got a lot of money. They make a lot of money with the YouTubing and the streaming. There's a lot of money in that, so they can damn near buy legitimacy to a certain degree, and that's what Jake Paul is basically trying to do. See, Jake Paul, he's and the complaint that a lot of people have with him, he's not fighting real fighters. That's been the complaint. He's not really fighting real fighters. So, these guys know how to pad their resume. So he got with Tyson and he's fighting a real fighter. And on paper, it's like, hey, look at this. Look at my record on paper. I fought Mike Tyson and I beat Mike Tyson. Now, never mind the fact that Mike Tyson is, twice his age and basically retired and came out of retirement to get the bag. That doesn't matter. It's all about what it looks like on paper. So Jake Paul is buying legitimacy. You see? He is buying legitimacy. Not mad at it. That's how they do. That's how they do. You can finesse your way to the top to a certain degree. But if you're making a bag and, Mike Tyson gets his bag out of it, can we be mad at it? Let me get some calls and opinions from the family. Let's get IT the Goon. Let's get IT the Goon, then Ace Yoda. IT, what's up, brother?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, I just wanted to. I don't know if you caught it, but what I thought was interesting is when the post fight in ring interview and Jake Paul's brother. He just. I know Jake Paul. He did the whole "I'm gonna kill Mike Tyson" thing. And then Logan Paul. He said that, and I just thought it was corny and just like kind of weird for him to do that. Live television, Netflix, and everything. But it's just the whole bug breaking process. Jack Johnson 2.0 situation you always talk about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, but they were doing white boy humor. That's the white boy humor. But yeah, it's just like Jack Johnson. They had to wait till Jack Johnson was out of his prime to beat him when he needed the money. Then they put him in the ring. He was like 46, something like that. And some white boy beat on him when Jack Johnson was out of his prime. That's how they get out. Let's get a viral drip.
Yo, what's up, Flex? I appreciate you for letting me speak.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely correct. That's an interesting term you use, buying legitimacy,
Yeah.
because Evander Holyfield was training with Mike Tyson, and Evander Holyfield was saying, Mike Tyson looking something wicked right now. I'm not buying that. And I understand what it is. Mike Tyson gonna grab that bag, 20 million. Shout out to Mike Tyson for grabbing that bag. Sometimes when you get to that age, a player gonna do what he gotta do to get that money.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what it is though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Real talk. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not mad at Mike. I'm not mad at Mike at all. That's a nice retirement bag. Mike can sit back and kick it now. Mike is good because when he was fighting legitimately, when he was doing his thing, he lost a lot of that money. All that money he lost. So I hope he gets that bag and post up with it. I hope he gets that bag and he posts up with that bag. That's his retirement fund right there. Pope Kush, hop on.
Yo, Tariq, what's up, my
How
brother?
you doing, Pope?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Tariq, Jake Paul must be arrested for laying hands on a senior citizen, man. You
Man,
Cheers, my brother. Cheers, man.
thank you. Yeah, the thing, with Tyson, yeah, Tyson's slowed down, and so Tyson was just in the ring, um, gnawing on his glove. He's in there biting on the glove. I'm like, oh Lord, what is Mike doing? So yeah, it was all over the place. Mr. AI, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Flex? This fight reminded me similar to when Rocky Marciano fought Joe Louis when he was like 38, 39 years old. After, you know, Joe Louis needed to come out of boxing because he was getting hunted down by the IRS and the government. And so he took a fight, which in short notice to fought Rocky Marciano. And when that was the highlight of Rocky Marciano's career when he knocked out Joe Louis.
Yeah,
Another fight that we need to watch for is tomorrow night when John Jones fights for the UFC heavyweight title. I don't know what this white boy's name is. I think it's some like Stip something, but that's the fight I'm waiting for. That's the one that if John Jones win, I'm gonna post that up all night tomorrow night on Twitter. Cause that's the goat right there in the UFC.
yeah.
I'm gonna land my plane there.
Thank you, brother. But yeah, they always do that. They'll wait till a black boxer is out of his prime, and then they understand that they'll have some kind of tax problems or some kind of financial issues, and then they're like, "Hey, let me buy some legitimacy by fighting this guy. This is the legit guy, and I'll fight him. Never mind that he's twice my age. Doesn't matter. It looks good on paper. Yeah, long as it can look good on paper, to them a win is a win. Yeah, but understand how they think. And again, with Jake Paul and those guys, they kind of pander to the internet crowd, the young white 4chan crowd, and they understand that those guys desire to have a great white hope. They know how badly those guys want a great white hope. And if they have to kind of finesse some wins or what looks like a win, hell, so be it. If it brings in the money, so be it. The ends justify the means with them. Persero, hop on.
Hey, how you doing, brother
What's
Tariq?
going on, Persero?
Nothing much. Just got done watching that fight, and I agree with you. Mike he got that little retirement money. He sat there and ate them punches from dude. He was no marks on him. It like he didn't even hardly break a sweat out there. But I was gonna hit on something yesterday. I tried to get on with you about that DNC candidate thing.
Yeah.
I think the number one contender is no other than TS Grizzly Giselle. I think she's gonna be the number one contender
Uh-oh.
for the DLC candidate.
You better
But I,
you better thank a woolly mammoth.
yeah, and posting receipts from cafes and shit from like Google image pictures from a damn cafe.
Oh yeah.
But I land my plane there. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, let's get the wizard. What's up, the wizard?
Hey, how you doing, Tariq? Hey, long time listener. I appreciate everything you're doing for us, globally, all around the planet. But my question was, do you think that interview that he did with that girl, do you think that word legacy triggered him when he had to think about all that he was doing in this fight? Do you think that triggered him? And I'm gonna land my plane right
Thank
there.
you. And question for those who don't know, it was a little girl interviewing Mike, and she was like, well, 8 or 9 or something. She was like, "Yeah, do you think, how do you think this is going to look for your legacy?" Then he low key snapped. "The legacy doesn't matter. When you're dead, you're dead. Nobody gives a fuck when you die. Legacy is nothing. You're nothing. You're going to die, and it's nothing." And the little girl was like, "Okay, right, all right." Because I think Mike knew. Mike knew. And he didn't have the gas in him like he's supposed to have, and he's just getting a bag out of it. I think Mike low key knew. That's why he was talking about that legacy. He's like, basically, I'm fighting on fumes right now. I'm just doing this for a bag. So I think that's where that was coming from, and I think he knew his vibe and his aura was like, okay, let me just go in here and not die. Let me just go in here. Let me just not die. I got medical issues. Long as I don't die, I'm gonna be good. So I think that was kind of his mindset going in. Let me get my brother Afro Elite in the building. Afro Elite in the building. What's going on? Yes, sir. How are you? I'm
Well, I want to say this. Towards the end, like the last few rounds of the fight, you can tell Mike, it was almost like Mike took a dive because he wasn't doing anything. It was like he was told not to swing on Paul to not accidentally knock him out.
yeah.
He was barely doing anything at all. And towards the end, Jake looked tired. Jake looked like he was about to fall. Jake looked like he was about to slip up and make a mistake, which is why I think Mike wasn't swinging on him so he doesn't accidentally knock him out. I think Jake was it was intended for him to win. So it was for him to get a bag. But ultimately, I think that this fight makes Jake look bad because when you consider all of the factors, Jake didn't really do that well. He was missing a lot and he was tired towards the end. He didn't look like he could go like 2, 3 more rounds, but Mike did. So I think this fight actually makes Jake look bad, in my opinion.
There it is, man. That's a very interesting take on it. Because Mike wasn't really doing anything. He's just standing there gnawing on his glove. That was real weird. I don't know what that gnawing of the glove thing was. Was it some kind of signal? I don't know what that was. That looked like some kind of signal. I don't know what that was. He's up here gnawing on his glove. And he wasn't really throwing big punches like that. That's why people later on in the fight, people were like, well, damn it, let's do something. The audience was kind of booing, like, hey, y'all do something. They were just kind of dancing around a little bit. Let's get Mohit. Mr. Mohit. Hop in, Mohit.
Yo, I don't know what gnawing on the gloves mean. You mean like he's like chewing on the
Yeah,
gloves?
chewing on his glove.
What the fuck was that? I never watched boxing, so I took a whole day off just to watch that, and I was like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Fucking Tyson cost me 10 grand, bro.
Oh, you
Fucking.
lost money on it?
I just was like, I never watch any sports, so I was like, if I'm gonna watch it, might as well just make it juicy, so like we can just root for someone. But like, what was that all about? Just him just fucking chewing on those gloves. Is that like a boxing thing?
No, no.
Oh
They
wow.
kind of asked him about it, and he said he just has a quirk where he likes to gnaw, bite.
But did he do that back in the day when he used to
He
box?
did not do that back in the day.
Motherfucker. Wow, that's very
Right.
interesting.
So I don't know. I don't know if that was some kind of.
That's so
I
cool.
don't know.
Yeah, that's a signal like you were saying.
Now,
I hope I hope it is, right?
Mohit, where you from, by the way? Where you from, Mohit?
I'm originally from this little country called India, and I live in Canada now. And I am such a retard because I moved here a couple of years ago, and this is a shithole, man.
You in Canada?
I hate it. Yeah, I don't know why I moved here.
Well, damn it. Well, I mean, your homeland wasn't really any better, was it?
That's fair.
I
Yeah, but
mean, I'm not.
no, you're not
Okay,
wrong.
there we go. Hey,
But yeah, but to be okay, to be fair, I used to live in Dubai before I moved here.
that's kind of ironic, though. I mean, damn, I've seen.
I know. You're not wrong.
There you go. I mean, shit. the,
But I lived in Dubai before I moved to Canada, so I think I'm gonna move back to Dubai.
there you go. But,
That's like a best of both worlds.
okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mohit. That's funny. Well, you're gonna be from India calling any place a shithole. That's funny. Lord. Well, I swear, when people leave them homelands, boy, they get real brand new. They act like they just didn't leave a big ass toilet. Lord, that's what we get on tethers. That's the main reason we get on tethers. There's a thread going on now. Some tether from somewhere is talking greasy. He made a thread talking about, yeah, why do people live in Mississippi? Ain't nothing down there. Ha 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 ha. And people got on his bumper about that. And he's a foreigner who came from some third world country. Mississippi's okay. You got riders down there, Mississippi. What's up, Beth? Let's get bigoted Beth in the building. Bigoted Beth, the wife of Crackified Cat. Bigoted Beth. Oh, I didn't. My bad, Beth. My bad. I didn't add you in. My bad. And that's on me, Beth. I thought I added you in, and I didn't add you. So my bad. Go ahead, Beth.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Bigoted
Bigoted Beth.
Bigoted Beth. How you
I'm
doing?
good.
How you doing,
I'm
sir?
good. Now, where's Crackified Cat?
He's sleeping.
Oh,
So the man has to rest. He has to work.
there you go. Yes.
So I just want to give you my thoughts here. I felt like Big Mike wasn't at his peak. I wondered if it was because he had been the beard for so long with Barry Soetoro. I'm not sure. Jake from State Farm used to be white too. I think the result was a white supremacist. Don't you think?
Okay. Y'all got to lay off that meth, Beth. Beth is on meth. I don't know what Beth is talking about. Beth is just saying stuff. Beth is on the meth. All right. Okay, Beth, don't call up here high now. I don't want to hear. Your name is going to go from bigoted Beth to methy Beth. Now you're going to be methy Beth. Beth on meth. Let's get Cherry Springs Serene. Let's get Cherry Springs Serene in the building.
I was wondering, so back to the thing about giving our legitimacy. I don't mean to like pocket watch in any way because I'm glad that he, facilitated a business plan for himself. But at the same time, are we kind of like lending our FBA legacy to the likes of like the White Bull, Jake Paul, or whatever his name is? Or people like that where, Mayweather fought him and he keeps climbing the ranks even though it's fake.
Right. Yeah, we are. But at least what I'm glad, at least brothers are getting the bag from it. I will give them that. At least they are getting a bag out of it. So back in the day, these white supremacists would just steal our legacy. We wouldn't get nothing out of it. They'd steal our music and we would get nothing. So I'm glad that brothers are leveraging our FBA talents and legacies to say, okay, if you want a piece of it, let's get that bag. Because that's part of what your legacy is. You market your legacy. That's what you do with your legacy. If you have a music legacy, you market it. You sell it to retailers, you sell it to distributors. If you have acting talent, you sell your talent to the movie studios, to the TV studios. Um, if you are a good writer, poet, or whatever, you sell your legacy to the publishers. So if you have a legacy in boxing, well, instead of dying broke like a lot of black boxers used to do back in the day, you're like, okay, I might have blown off my money, but now I can make another bag by marketing and leveraging my legacy. So I'm not mad at him for doing that. Not mad at him at all. All right, let's get 9,000. 9,000 in the building.
Peace and love. I hope you all have had a peaceful and productive day. I am a South Florida artist. I paint murals and I'm a licensed tattoo artist. And I just recently became a certified lifeguard. And I also have been studying boxing for about 5 years now. But I think that this was like a win for the boxing culture. And also, Mike Tyson is 58 years old, right? We're looking at somebody who is a legend. He's earned his spot. He's done the work for most of his life, if not all of his life. So therefore, I feel as though he earned that spot, that platform on Netflix. Like, if anything, to me, that was like him having fun in his retire, quote unquote, if he were to retire, that would be like him having fun. He was on a side quest, and it's like he's on a multi-million-dollar platform and he's still being able to be recognized. He's still, if children, from my generation and younger, like I was born in '90, so I'm considered a millennial.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the younger generation would never know who he is without that platform. So now you're exposing the culture and you're getting more children, fascinated with the sport of boxing. And most people, that were talking, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say, most people that were saying, negative comments, oh, why is Mike Tyson selling out? Why is he selling his legacy? Like, no, his legacy is already carved because he earned his spot. He didn't skip steps. Now, Jake Paul, he just bought his way into the boxing world with his white
Right.
privilege. So we have to look at it as like, regardless of Mike Tyson having to, be with this kid who's half his age who didn't earn his spot, he still has a legacy that needs to be remembered and honored and upheld. So, and he does deserve his accolades and his residual income, if you ask me. So, that's just my take on it. I think that it was important, and I think that it was a very intelligent thing for Jake Paul to do.
Mm-hmm.
um because at the end of the day, it's on Netflix. Most of the boxing that we watch, if you were into boxing, you had to pay like $150 for a card like
Yeah.
that. But I really think tonight was like a win for Mike Tyson. It was a win for people who are influencers as well as women's boxing,
Yeah.
um and just the sport as a whole. And it was just something for our culture to lean into. So I just want to say immense gratitude. And Tariq, I deeply honor the work that you've put in. I just want to give you your flowers because I've watched Hidden Colors. I can't even believe like you're listening to my voice right now. But I'm just very grateful. And yes, thank you for allowing me to
I
speak.
appreciate
Peace.
it. Thank you so much. Yeah, we got to get down on the next Hidden Colors, man. We got to do a new one because everybody's beaming and everybody has to go and watch the old Hidden Colors, and just people keep mentioning Hidden Colors, and it's so time for a new one. We just really got to get a new one cracking because there's so much stuff we got to cover out here. But yeah, but we're still talking about the Jake Paul situation, the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. It was a good money making thing, and it's opening up new avenues on how to promote these fights, and to how to put on fights. You're not leaving the monopoly up to just the traditional boxing federation. So there's goods and bads in it. The bad thing, the good thing is everybody makes money all the way around. The bad thing, there are negatives. I'm looking at the pluses and the minuses. The minus is you don't really get to see real thorough fights with stuff like this. You don't really get to see some real legit fights. That's the downside. Because the audience, we do want to see a real good fight. We want to see an equal kill fight. We do want to see a legitimate bout. Yeah. So that's the curse. Even though you get a lot of promotion with this stuff, it'll get a lot of eyes on it. In some cases, it'll get a lot of money. Here's the thing: you can't keep doing it like this because somebody's going to have to be legit. This cannot be the norm where you do these little exposition fights. You gotta really get some people going toe to toe, battling it out, um, straight up and down, coming off the shoulders, um, same weight class, around the same age class, or whatever. You got to get some real bouts out here to be legit. You see, because people, you can only get away with these a few times. So you're going to have to really get some legit battles going on. So I think that might be part of Jake's marketing plan. He's legitimizing himself in the boxing world without having to work himself from the bottom. He just hops in from the top. He's like, hell, instead of me fighting all of these hungry ass boxers that's going to knock my head off, because that's what's going to happen. And when they knock his head off, that's going to damage his brand. So instead of doing that, he says, hey, I'm a social media star. I got a lot of money from social media and streaming and all of that. Let me use this paper and let me use my notoriety to get sponsors and put on big bouts, and let me just go with the big dogs. Just from a marketing standpoint, I think that's smart. That's a smart thing from a marketing standpoint. And you're using your white privilege and all of that, and you understand that people want to see a great white hope, low key. So interesting. Let's see. Let's get proud girl dad in the building, and I'm a proud girl dad too. I'm a proud girl dad myself. I got beautiful daughters. What's up, proud girl dad?
So what's up? I did not expect to get called up. I was just listening and then decided to say what's up. I'm on my 30-minute break at the first day at my overnight job so I can spend more time with my kids.
Here it is.
But
Are you working at Amazon? There
yeah.
you go. Yes, indeed. So what's going on, brother?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying what's up. I didn't expect to get up. My break is over now.
Well,
I was just about to cancel my
my,
request, but I appreciate it.
my package out, brother. Damn that. I ordered some suede flip flops. Get them shits in the box and send them out. I got Amazon Prime. Don't be on the phone bullshitting. All right. Let's get some more people in here. All right. Let's get Abyss. Let's get Abyss in the building. Abyss in the building. All right. Abyss. All right. While we're waiting on Abyss, let's get Lisa.
Good morning and good evening to those who it's not morning time. So, I will say this about the fight. As American Black people, we made boxing mainstream. So, what frustrates me about all of this is when people say, oh, Mike Tyson is getting to the bag and da 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 da, and Jake Paul is doing this, that, and the third. It should be us Black people doing this.
Yeah.
You have Turkey a Sheik coming in here now that Black people are praising. And I am somebody who's a very advocate boxing fan, have been since I was a child. My grandmother listened to it on the radio, and I would listen to it with her when I was younger. We didn't have pay-per-view, no shit like that, couldn't afford it. So I am a huge boxing fan. So it frustrates me to say, to see people say these things like, oh, he's getting the bag and this is that and the third, and Jake Paul is doing this when we are the people. Now, obviously boxing started back in the gladiator years, whatever the case may be, but Black American people are the people who polarized boxing, who made boxing a culture.
Right.
Right. You hear me? So the people who should be promoting this, and people hate on Al Heyman from the PBC like a motherfucker. Let's say that really quick. The Black man of boxing, still to this
Yep.
day. They hate on him, and they have somebody like Turkey Al Sheik coming here. And shout out to Turkey Al Sheik. He is doing his thing. He is spreading that money out. Cool, cute, wonderful. Jake Paul doing the same thing. But what it does is take away from Black American people, and it takes away from the culture that we set in boxing.
Yes, ma'am.
And I land my
Thank you
mic.
so much, dear. All right. Let's get They Not Like Us.
Hey, Tariq, how you doing?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, how you doing? I was saying, back to the other guy said about Mike biting his glove. I think that was just anxiety. Like, should I blow this 20 million, or should I just knock this dude out, or should I just
Right.
bite the bag and just take it? But in the meantime, everybody need to double down, get these Democrats up out of there, and take care of yourself. And I'm gonna lay my plane.
Thank you. Yeah, that biting the glove thing, I think there's something else to that. That whole him biting the glove, I really think there's something else to that. Mike never did that. I don't know if almost if that's like some kind of hypnosis or something where like my man just called and said, like they gave him some kind of sign. If you feel like you're about to knock this dude's head off, bite your glove, gnaw on your glove. That's what it kind of, it just something, it was very weird that he sat there biting on his glove instead of punching. Don't it? It just seemed weird. And Mike wasn't really swinging like that. There were a couple of openings that Mike could have really took that dude's head off. I'm like, what is Mike doing biting this damn glove? What is that about? So, family, did they hypnotize Mike and say, "Hey, listen, Mike, listen," because Mike has that animal instinct, Mike, So they probably had to sit him down and say, "Okay, Mike, if you really want to knock him out, if you really want to swing extra hard, we're gonna have you bite your glove. Just anytime you get the urge, Mike, to really do a deadly uppercut, just bite that glove. Okay. Now, Mike, we know you want to, you know, knock his nose through his head. Just bite your glove, Mike. Just bite that glove. That's it. It just looked weird. I don't know. It just looked weird. Him standing up. My lady was looking here like, why is he his glove like that? It just looked real weird. Family, they might have hypnotized Mike. They might have hypnotized. That's why he was walking around just in when he walked in the ring, he was in a trance. It was like, it was weird. His whole energy was weird. And he was doing interviews and they might have had him hypnotized, man. There was some lady, they were interviewing him and they were like, so Mike, what do you think the outcome is gonna be? What do you mean? What do you predict the outcome? I'm gonna win. I said I'm gonna win. He was snapping. So I don't know. I hope they didn't hypnotize the brother. They were like, they're like, listen, you're gonna get the money. Just don't knock this guy's head off. You'll get the money. You're gonna get this money. You know. So he had to bite that glove to not mess off that 20 million. His people like, look, if you kill him, we ain't gonna get all the money. So just, bite your glove so we can get that 20 million in jail. But I got animal instincts. Listen, we're gonna hypnotize you, nigga. All right. We're gonna hypnotize you. You're gonna be in your mind, you're gonna be a butterfly. You're gonna be a butterfly. You're gonna lick your wings. All right. Your glove is a wing. You're gonna lick it like a butterfly. You're gentle and frail. You're not a killer. Okay. I don't know what they did to our brother, but I'm glad Brother Mike got the bag. I'm glad he got the bag, but I don't know what that biting of the glove thing was. Yeah, because he has that killer instinct. You remember he was on his show talking about how he misses boxing. He was like, the way he was talking, it sounded like a killer. He was like, you know what? He was almost about to cry. Sometimes I'm not in boxing no more. I feel like a bitch. You know, back in the days, I was a killer. I'm, I'm not that guy anymore. I miss him. I miss that guy. I feel like a bitch. And he was like, I'm like, damn. Like, good Lord, Mike. So Mike had that killer instinct. So they might have hypnotized that out of him. I think they did something to Mike. Well, let's get what's your name? Tetsu? Tetsu. What's up, Tetsu? Tetsu. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on, OG?
What's happening with you, brother?
Not much, but what I wanted to say about the Jake Paul is I think it was bad for the sport of boxing, and I think it was bad for Mike to lend his legacy to Netflix and Jake Paul. Um, I I think for white males, Jake Paul's age and younger, it just showed them a whole new next level of privilege, like availability of like what they can do, the levels that they can skip if they just obtain YouTube viewership or clout or whatever. And I feel like Mike's legacy is way more powerful and more impactful than Netflix and Jake Paul as a whole. And him lending it to them is like, I feel like he should have known that it was like I guess a not a good look for him to go do that. And at his age, we should protect our legacy acts. America is real good at taking black legacy acts and making them look like clowns. And I feel like every time he got hit, it looked like he might have fell. I was like, damn, like please don't fall, like please
Right.
don't get knocked out. And I feel like that's what they wanted the black viewership to feel. Like if he fell, or even the younger generation that don't know who Mike is, they see this nigga with this bum knee out there. To us, this is our hero. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it like what the female was saying earlier, when it do come to at least our Black legacy acts that do want to get back out, like how Roy Jones and Mike Tyson have fought a couple years ago, instead of season whoever that was that put that on, Meek Mill or somebody that's lit, Jay-Z or somebody, put this shit on so they can get it back. Give them a bag so we can protect our legacy acts. So people like Netflix and shit don't make fun of us and have us looking crazy on live TV. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Now,
where I land my plane.
and we buck to- let's keep it a buck. We got to keep it real. We're gonna keep it a thou. Um, Black society, we don't really protect and get our legacy members, our people, our legends. We don't really paper them up like that. We're gonna be real about that. We don't paper them up. We don't protect them either. We don't paper them up and we don't protect them. Enough of us don't do that. Let's be real. In fact, when some of the artists, when they lose their paper, and a lot of people make fun of them to a certain degree. They're like, you back down here with us. Eh, let's be real. They don't paper them up. And we talk about legacy. We want people to represent the legacy, but ain't nobody giving no bag. Ain't nobody. That's why a lot of people be broke. The Joe Lewises, all these people, they die broke. They come back and nobody's upholding the legacy. The money is with they go to white society. That's what the money is. That's where the bag is going to be. They go to white society. That's where the bag is going to be. Just like with music artists. Let's be real. With music artists, a lot of cats do the rapping about lean and scissor and drugging out or whatever, because that's where the white artist, the white audiences, they pay to hear that. The white audiences pay for that. You're really pandering to a white audience. It's not a black audience. Most of these guys' fan base is white. We got to do a better job at protecting legends. We don't protect legends like that. We let a lot of janky stuff happen to our legends. Right now, they're suing. Shout out to Crump. I like what Crump is doing on this one. I've had a lot of criticisms of Ben Crump, but what Crump is doing now, he's representing Malcolm X's family. They're suing the FBI and the CIA for contributing to the death of Malcolm. I feel that. Now I pop my collar to that because we need more lawyers doing that, going after these alphabet organizations that sit up here. You're supposed to be protecting us, and you're violating the Constitution by putting agents and ops up under prominent black people to sabotage them and kill them and to undermine them. And you're supposed to be protecting us. Yeah. There's a lot of those alphabet agencies that got agents all over the place, and they sit here and harm some of the people who are riders for the community. Just like with going back to Malcolm X, the feds and those guys had the COINTELPRO program, and the one of the killers of Malcolm, this guy, he was in Jersey, and people knew who he was, and they just let the guy live until old age. They knew who that guy was who killed Malcolm. Yeah, or who was part of the murder plot, and who was allegedly clicked in with the FBI and all of that. We do know that Malcolm had FBI agents around him, like Eugene Roberts and people like that. So we got to do a better job at protecting our legends and making sure they're good financially. Let's get my sister Brooke in the building. Then we're going to get Gothic. Let me get Brooke, then Gothic. What's up, Brooke? How are you, dear? Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on out there in New York?
Oh, Brooklyn. We are. I didn't like this. Mike Tyson is one of our own,
Yeah,
and I didn't watch. I couldn't watch because I knew what was going to happen.
yeah,
Right. It was like a couple of signals. One, that fake slap.
yeah.
I wasn't feeling that. That to me was an indicator. And then, like you said, the legacy comment he made, that was an indicator.
Uh-huh.
And then when you posted that picture of, because I wasn't watching, when you posted that picture of his behind,
Yeah.
that was an indicator, And then not only that, the girl fight before that, that loss she had, that was an indicator
Yeah.
to me. And so because my sister was telling me about it, that bothered me. My father was a huge boxing fan, and I lost him, and that's something that we used to do together.
Yeah.
He would like put big mittens on me and let me, pretend to be Mike Tyson. And I think what people don't realize was how great, like these kids don't understand how great Mike Tyson was, the way he used to go all the way down to the ground and come up and knock you out in the first round in 2
Oh yeah.
minutes.
Oh yeah.
Like he was the man. And people used to also say that he couldn't last 8 rounds. So we could see even at 58, he lasted 8 rounds. Remember back in the day, that used to be the thing. Oh, if he went a few rounds, he wouldn't make it. So I didn't like it, and I totally understand needing the money, and I totally agree with you. We need to take care of our legends better, and that is one of Brooklyn's finest legends still. I still love him, and his memory is not tarnished in my eyes because I didn't watch the fight.
Right. And now we still love the brother. We still rock with Mike. We know what it was. We know what it was.
Yeah.
Getting a bag, and that's our brother. Get the bag. This doesn't take away from Mike. His brother, 58 years old. He fought a 27, 28-year-old YouTuber. So yeah. You got your bag, and it is what it is. Let's get Gothic in the building.
Yeah, white zoomer here. Sorry, Tariq.
Your white who?
But
Your white who?
white zoomer here. So I'm coming from the Jake Paul camp
Oh, there
perspective.
you go. All right. So what's the perspective from your end?
Actually, funny enough, like obviously like we're kind of, celebrating it like it's funny, like, white boy YouTuber like won or something against Tyson. But like everybody knows, for the most part, actually everybody was actually rooting for Mike Tyson. Uh and like everyone knows it's like, bro, he's 60.
Right.
Like he's 58, but he's like 70, like with all the blow and like partying he's done.
Mhm.
Even though he's in insane shape. So like everyone was like, damn, like Mike Tyson's a dog for doing this. He's the man. Um he's getting his bag, obviously, that 20 fat million
Yep.
dollars. And yeah, he's doing it right. He's doing his thing and he's a warrior. So uh his mindset is basically like a warrior mindset. Like I'm going in and I'm scrapping.
Yeah.
Uh and like, I think that's why everyone respects him like across racial
Yeah.
spectrums. Cause like he just has that like classic warrior mindset that like a masculine guy is always gonna respect.
Mm-hmm.
Uh so yeah, to go in at 60, who's he's probably done fucking coke probably like for 30 straight years at some point. And he's a dog, and he came in and he threw hands. And Jake Paul's obviously, um his ply is that,
I just
the YouTuber thing, but
oh
in truth, he's a very seriously ultra trained like boxer, and he's like on obviously on steroids too. So like, I mean, at least take that into account. But yeah, like he's a roided out, like super trained, like serious boxing guy, and like Mike Tyson proved he's a dog. He's 60.
Now,
Like, you know what I mean?
when will Jake Paul have a real toe-to-toe equal yoke fight? When will he do that? And who would he have that against?
So he fought a boxing match against, I think, an actual boxer, and that was like the one he actually lost. So yeah, I mean,
There you go. There you go, man. Thank you so much, Mugatha. I appreciate you. Let's get Bezel.
what's going on, brother?
Bezel.
Hey man, so listen, I look at it like some people feel more emotional about it. A lot of the women, especially my girl right here, like I don't like that Tyson took the fight. I'm telling her it was probably rigged, and they didn't hardly touch each other. He made a bunch of money. Probably he a 60-year-old man. He's still our hero. So I just feel like don't take it no type of way. If he made a bunch of money, fuck it. It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is.
There you go. Yes.
That's
Thank you so much, brother.
right.
Excuse me. All right. Shout out to everybody in here. We do have a lot of people in the building. A lot of people in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get let's see, Big Willie. Big Willie in the building. What's going on, Mr. Willie? And then we'll get Creator. What's up, Big Willie?
What's up, Tariq?
How you doing, Big Willie?
Yeah, doing good, doing good. Yeah, I didn't watch the fight because I knew it was scripted from day one. So, I knew the end result of it. I knew that Mike Tyson took money to take a L, not take a dive, but take a L.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. What's that? What's that damn noise? Creator, is that you making that noise, brother?
Hello, bro, man. Hello. Hello, Tyson. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, Creator? That like your
I'm good. I'm good. Actually, man, I knew this was already a script mark though, because you know what, people they always love to humiliate our community, so it's not a new thing.
emulate our community?
Yeah.
What community is that?
Actually, man, they always they got the money, so they're always gonna like if you wanna get this money, you gotta have to like relinquish something that you got. So Mike Tyson, the only stuff he got is his legacy. So
Creator,
he's
creator,
that.
creator. Where are you from? Where the hell are you from?
I'm from I'm from the Bahamas, man.
Oh, okay. Okay. Why you sound Asian?
But I've been living in China for a long time, so it's actually
Oh, that's Asian. Okay. So you're from the Bahamas, but you live.
yeah, yeah,
How long you been living in China?
almost 11 years now, bro.
Okay, well, damn it. Okay. What made were you military?
Huh?
What made you move to China?
My mom, she's a teacher down here.
Oh, so she was English.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's good. Now, how old are you now?
I'm 24.
Oh, okay. So y'all got a Bahamian and Chinese. So you got stir fried bushmeat. All right, but man, thank you so much, Creator. Thank you so much, brother. All right. All right. All right. Let's get eat Esau.
How's it going, Tariq?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm all right. Listen, I have this fight put me in a bad mood. Obviously, I was rooting for Tyson. To be honest with you, people coming up here, they're talking about it was scripted, it was this, it was that. It was age. The man was just old. It really put me like on an existential crisis. It had me spiraling about just mortality. Looking at that, it's like looking at someone that you love just get old, like your dad
Yeah.
get old, and he's a symbol of power and strength, and he's just his legs wasn't there, and he just looks like an old man. It just really it saddened me.
Yeah.
um I was I made cookies, I freaking made biscuits. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Tyson wash this man. Nah, it was just it was an old man. I'm young, so I don't really have a comprehensive understanding of how serious age is. And I'm looking at Tyson, who's this symbol of strength and power, and to see him moving like this is like, yo, age really is not. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
Like, getting old is not a joke.
Real talk. Real talk. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, this we got to be real. He's 58 years old, man, damn near 60 years old. So, you know, a lot of us people were expecting to see the Mike Tyson from the damn 90s. And no, we just got to be realistic. We just got to be realistic. Now listen, because what they kept showing all of them highlight reels. That's another thing that put the Jedi mind trick on a lot of people. Up into the fight, they kept showing all of Mike Tyson's highlight reels, and that shit looks good. But we have to remember that's 35 years ago. That's 30 years ago he's doing all that stuff. 30 or 25, 30. Well, I mean, 30 years ago. So yeah, he's doing all of that dynamic stuff then, but yeah, it's not going to be the same now. Just like now. I mean, hell, if we look at some of y'all, look at your videos, y'all doing stuff 25, 30 years ago you can't do now. Like some of y'all ladies, some of y'all got videos from Freaknik. Y'all doing y'all twerking, y'all dropping to the ground, dropping it low. Y'all were getting it in at Freaknik back in '95. Them knees were good. You know, you try to drop it now, you have to call your life alert. You have to push that bracelet and get somebody to come get your ass up. It's different. Things are different. You know, fellas, especially some of you brothers who were in college back in the early '90s. You were Greeking, you were doing the Greek stepping and all that shit. You try that shit now, your little hip gonna go out. You're gonna be sitting up in the hospital eating some damn butter pecan with your old ass, trying to get a hip replacement, drinking some damn Dr. Sebi sea moss. Okay? So you just certain shit you just can't do no more. That's just the long and short of it. You just can't do certain things no more. We age out of it. You know, sometimes you feel young, you just can't do certain things. Like me, I'm an old dad. I'm an old player, and I got young kids. Oh, it's hard for me to discipline my kids because they start running from my ass. I can't catch these goddamn kids. If I want to get at them, all they got to do is run up the stairs. I can't go up there. I can't run after these damn kids. I have to throw shit at them. I can't even chase them no more. Yeah, yeah, shit happens. Shit happens, man. Let me get some more call. Miss G, what's up, Miss G?
I'm sorry. You are ridiculous. You got me over here crying. Seriously. You I wanted to come up here. I've been so mad about this fight.
Mm,
Seriously. But I'm gonna post in your chat this video that I found. He's been when he's been training, Mike has been on top of his stuff. That's why I really feel like he threw this game, and it's been a lot of things. I know what you said about the bag. I think that has something to do with it. We got to remember they got rid of his daughter. Don't tell me that little girl died on a treadmill. She got hung on a
mm,
treadmill. Remember that?
yeah.
4 years old. You got the whole situation with, like, he did an interview with this little girl and he told the little girl legacy. What's legacy about? And it made me think like they I felt like he was forced to throw this game, and this what he kind of started pushing out was like teaching our young to throw legacy away. What are you doing legacy for? And that's everything that we're fighting for right now. So I think it was kind of like a jab at us, believe it or not, with everything that's going on. But I love Tyson.
Yeah.
I'm still hurt about this, and that's all I wanted to do.
Listen, my thing is this. I'm looking at the fight. Even though Tyson is older, he was holding back some of them punches and the whole biting the glove thing. Again, I think there's something to that biting the glove thing. That was some kind of signal or some kind of it's just some kind of thing. It just something seemed off because there was some punches that Mike could have took that he didn't take, and I'm like, oh, what's this about? And remember, this is Jake Paul production. Jake Paul's company put this together. I want y'all to understand something. Let's look at this from their perspective. Jake Paul's company put this together. Jake Paul is getting the majority of the money. And if this is your production, this fight is not really sanctioned by the boxing commission, from what I understand. So the rules can go either way. You can kind of make the rules up. You understand? You can just kind of make the rules up to a certain degree. There's no governing body over this, from what I understand. Not like the traditional boxing association. I don't think, from my understanding, they're not doing this the traditional boxing way. And this is Jake Paul's attempt to buy legitimacy. And if you're running the show, you're controlling the purse strings and you're trying to buy legitimacy and you're paying your opponent, you can say, hey, man, listen, don't hit me too hard now because I'm trying to buy a legacy here. If you knock me out, all of this goes straight to hell. My legitimacy is shot. My bag is shot from now on. If you knock me out, Mike Tyson, if Mike Tyson knocks me out, I'm done. I'm not going to make any more money. I'm going to be the guy who got knocked out by Mike Tyson. So was there some kind of deal made? I don't know. I'm just saying, if I was Jake Paul, I'm looking at it from his perspective. But let me get Debbie, the Democrat, in here. Let's get Democrat Debbie in here.
What's shaking, bacon?
Hey, beloved, how?
Man, I am batting 1,000 right now. I was betting on Kamala. She lost. Bet on Tyson. He lost. I don't think he really lost, though.
Mm,
That's some bullshit, but I don't think Kamala really lost, though,
oh,
either. So what the hell do
she
I
did
know?
lose. Yeah.
I, oh, yeah, I mean, technically, yeah, but I mean, Trump on some bullshit. I think it's a dead cat on that line somewhere.
No, no, no.
But it is what it is. No, it is what it is. Like, I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is. We gonna F around and find out on this one because it's gonna be awful. I can't believe he's putting Lauren Boebert. Does she even have a GED in charge of the Department of Education?
Yeah, he,
Oh Lord.
he's
It's like, there is no better commentary for America right now.
who do you,
As,
Debbie, who do you think Democrats are going to run for 2028?
I don't even know. I remember when Mitt Romney ran. And I thought, who could they get that's more stupid and racist than Mitt Romney to run for president?
Mm,
And they came up with Donald
mm,
Trump. So who can they come up with that's it's gonna have to be a white dude. It cannot be a woman. That's just plain. Hillary and Kamala have proven that America hates women and they hate black women more than anything else. And if they didn't elect Hillary, I mean, I had high hopes for Kamala, but truly, my main thought was if they didn't elect Hillary, they weren't going to elect Kamala. Obama was kind of a fluke in there because we just hated the Bushes so dang much.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I have no bloody idea. I'm it's all up in the air. If we even gonna have an election, because Trump says we're not gonna have one, and I believe him.
Now, when did
um,
Trump say that?
um,
No, when did Trump say that?
Child, I'll post a video for you. But he did say that. He said, if you vote for me, you won't have to even worry about voting in a few years. So yeah, that's the thing. He said it at one of his rallies more than twice.
No, what
And
do you mean by that?
you tell me. But the thing that's more ominous, he told people they didn't have to vote for him in this past election. He said he already had the votes he needed. So I'm like, whatever. It's the fix is in. Like they say, they already decide this stuff before we even go to the polls. I'm starting to believe every conspiracy theory I've ever heard, or none of them all at
Mm,
once. I'm battening down the hatches. I'm getting my own finances in order. And I'm just going to hang on and see what happens for the next 4 years.
yes.
And hopefully,
Thank you, Debbie. Well, Debbie, I told you your girl was going to lose. I told y'all that Kamala was going to get washed, and y'all were up here splaining and babbling. And then she got washed, and y'all like, "Ooh, Lord, the fix is in." No, it ain't. You had a weak, whack candidate. Your candidate was trash. Just accept that. And her platform was trash, and the Democrats are trash. And we let the trash burn. That is what it is. All right, let me get some more folks in here. Y'all raise your hand if you're ready. If you are ready, go ahead and raise your hand. Because I hate bringing people up and they're not ready to speak. If you're ready, raise your hand, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get those hands up. Let's get those.
If no one's speaking, Tariq, you accidentally maybe have given me this, so I was quiet. But I just want to say maybe you should reach out to, and there's multiple sanctioning bodies when it comes to boxing. It's not just one. The only one though, the PBC, is black owned. So that's why the PBC gets a lot of shit talked about them. Da 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 da. I'll say that. But
Mhm.
there's multiple sanctioning bodies. So I'm somebody who actually works in boxing, not only watches it, but I actually work in boxing
Mm,
with one of the most famous boxers in the world. who shall remain to be nameless. But I would say reach out to see what you can offer and see what you can do, because what they're trying to do is take out these sanctioning bodies because those men are getting older.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have their children, already set up in line, and they are older men, most of them.
Now
But
is
there's only
now
there's only one that's black owned.
now is Jay Prince still doing the boxing promoting, or is he a
He's not in any of the sanctioning bodies, but he does do boxing promotion. But
okay?
he wouldn't be somebody I mean, if you know him, reach out to him. But I would reach out specifically to the sanctioning bodies before Turkey Al Sheikh or someone else takes over, especially with the platform that you have. And to Miss Debbie, if you believe all the conspiracies, I need you to know that Kamala is not black, Miss Ma'am.
There you
That's it.
go. Real talk. Thank you, dear brother Robbie Blue. Hop on, sir.
What's going on, King Flex? Hey, I went to Kamala's website and I saw that she has her Punjabi collard green recipe. So you could put your foot and your ass in it. You know what I'm saying? But I was gonna say, as far as Mike Tyson, I feel like I witnessed a $20 million buck breaking ritual.
Yeah,
It was kind of sad, but I knew that he needed to do what he needed to do. They were very disrespectful, very over the top. And I feel like it coincides with everything with Puffy, with this attack on male, even with Denzel Washington. I said they paid him $20 million to allegedly kiss a man. And then Kamala Harris, her campaign was short 20
yeah,
million. So it's something about that $20 million club that, you know, they understand how we voted. They understand how we're delineating, and they're trying to show us generationally, right? That they're trying to say all your icons, all your heroes of the past. Uh, I'm white and I say so. If we have the money, you can have political power, but until you have economic power, you know what I'm saying? We can dictate not only how we treat you, but the narrative. You know what I'm saying? That we can attach to your legacy. And I'll land my plane
my
there,
man.
brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother Robbie Blue. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all raise your hand if y'all want to get up because we are in here deep. And by the way, you can go to rootworkstyle.com to get the Rootwork deodorant. Rootworkstyle.com. Let's get Jay. Let's get Jay in the building. Mr. J. What's up, Jay? Oh, what happened? Yeah,
Hello? Yes, I would just say about the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson.
go ahead. Go ahead, Jay. You can speak, sir. Okay. Mr. J is having issues with his phone, so let me take him down. That happens. Y'all got to get your phone game together. You got to get your phone game together, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's get INT. Let's get INT in the building. INT, hop in. INT, go ahead.
Salute to the room, man. Thank you for letting me come in. I just want to say about the fight. If you look at, the way he was approaching in his usual standard of boxing, it wasn't as aggressive as his usual nature. And I know age has one thing to do with it, but if you look at his Roy Jones fight, you clearly see a difference in how he was more attacking
Yeah,
when it came to Roy Jones. And that, it was clearly different stipulations in that fight than it was from this one. As you said, this was a J. Paul production. And I'll land my plane with that, man. Thank you.
thank you. Yeah, at that Roy Jones fight, Mike was scrapping. Mike was really, really scrapping. Go back and look at that Roy Jones fight. Mike was mixing it the hell up because, he knew Roy Jones was, for real, for real. Roy Jones is legit. So they were mixing it up in that fight. But yeah, he wasn't doing none of that with Jake Paul. And again, he just started when he was supposed to be punching. There was some good shots where Jake was getting a little woozy. Mike could have just went in. He just starts standing there biting his glove. I'm like, what the hell is that? The hell is that glove biting thing? So again, that looked like some type of hypnosis thing with the biting of the glove. It is real weird, man. Very, very weird, very interesting fight. And again, I'm not really mad at Mike Tyson. I know it's not a good look for him, you know, but I'm not mad at him. At 20 mil, come on, man. That's 20 mil. 20 million. Listen, y'all, let's keep it a buck. Some of y'all would get y'all asses whooped for $20 million. Let's be real. Some of y'all in here, ladies and gentlemen, would get your ass toe up for $20 million. You know why? Because some of y'all getting your asses whooped for free. You're getting jumped on by hood rats wearing bonnets for free. So yes, you will get $20 million to get your ass whooped. You understand? Yeah, you would do it. Y'all would do it. Just get whooped on for 20 minutes and Mike didn't have no scratches, no bruises on him, came out looking okay. He's fine. But yeah, some of y'all would do it. Y'all would get a $20 million bag for a fight where it was uneven and you probably had to take a dive. Yeah, you're probably told, hey, don't punch back too hard. Let me punch on you for about 20, 30 minutes and you're gonna get 20 million in them things. Yeah. Some of y'all go for it. Y'all would. So I'm not gonna dump on Mike for getting his bag and leveraging his legacy because you're supposed to monetize it. And Mike probably need the damn money. Huh? Let's get let me see, Fitzgerald. Let's get Fitzgerald in here. Then we'll get Kai. All right, Fitzgerald, hop in. Unmute your microphone, Mr. Fitzgerald. Unmute that microphone.
Oh, shout out to Mike Tyson for getting that 20 mil bag.
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to this fight tomorrow with today's Saturday with John Jones.
Yeah. What's that going to be on? What is that pay per view ESPN where?
ESPN.
Okay. Okay. I got to get into that too. All right. Let's get Kai. Kai.
Hey, brother Nasheed, I just jumped in. Uh, would you mind speaking a little bit on the Native American ancestry of our FBA of us being FBA? Because I heard that um, it could have been the Malagasy people that were mistaken as being native, and the ignorant slave masters might have mixed it up, I guess. Could you speak a little bit on that? Enlighten me.
The Malagasy. Now, where are they? Where?
Uh, uh, Madagascar.
Okay. Now, what does that tie in with the Americas? You lose.
Right, right. Some of our ancestors came over here and they mistaken them for being like Native American. They said they had high cheekbones and slanted eyes and called them black natives.
Okay. And you're saying they probably came from Madagascar?
Right.
Now, based on what? Where's that theory from?
Oh, I looked it up on Google.
Okay. What was the source reference?
I'm not sure. I just Googled it because that's what I was told.
You were told that there were some people from Madagascar who came here. It probably
Right,
could have been. I'm not denying it because people did come here from Africa,
right,
Madagascar, and Polynesian places. So there were a lot of black skinned people here. So yeah, this is very well documented. There was black skinned people all through North, South, and Central America. When you have the Olmecs, um,
right,
you have the Mosquito people that's still out there in Panama now. They're some Aboriginal people who got Negroid features. They're still around. Um, yeah, when you look at all of the explorers, many of them, when they came here, they said the people here, the Aboriginal people, look like some people in Ethiopia. That's what they used to call Africa. There was a reason why they called them Indians. They called them Indians for a reason because they were black skinned like the people in India. So yeah, that right there. So well, we were already here. Now, where's your family from, by the way, Kai?
Oh, the U.S. I'm FBA for sure,
Yeah,
100%.
no, what part of the U.S.?
Virginia and Texas,
Mhm,
Alabama, and South
mhm.
Carolina.
What part of Alabama?
Uh, Birmingham or Decatur.
Okay. And now, where were you born?
Virginia.
Oh, you still live out there?
Yes, sir. Tidewater
There
area.
you go. They got that swamp out there, the Great Dismal.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
that's where a lot of my family is from, Virginia too.
Nice. What part?
I think they're from Norfolk.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm very familiar with that area.
Yeah. Um, but get this book called The 18 White Men Who Admitted That Black People Were Here. It's a book by Brother Chase McGee. He broke all of it down. He yeah,
Okay.
the 18 white men who admit black people were here in the Americas. Because a lot of times when we say stuff, they'll say, "Oh, that's Afrocentric." But
Oh yeah.
when we point to the white people who said, can't really play that game. Yeah, because we can point to all the white people who said it. All right. Okay. Should I get one more call? Ladies and gentlemen, should I get one more call in here? Because we do have a lot of people in here. Should I get one more good call? All right, let me get one more call. Let's get Myarick. I think that's your name, Myarick. Myarick or Miarick. I can't pronounce your name. Go ahead. Unmute your microphone if you can, please. Okay, Miarick, you're not saying anything. That's slowing the flow of everything down. Trying to get some new faces in here. Let's get Freaky Ty. Let's get Freaky Ty. Freaky Ty, what's happening?
Hello.
What's up, Freaky Ty?
Hey, how you doing, Tyreek Nasheed? Man, I've been trying to catch one of your damn Twitter spaces in a while, man. I've been following you for a while, but I got something to say to you. I'm from Baltimore. I'm paralyzed, and I have an aide that worked for me. I've been paralyzed for like 22 years, and I have an aide that worked for me. This is my first aide that been working for me, and she Nigeria. And when Kamala Harris was running for president, I asked her who she was voting for, and she said she was voting for Kamala. So I said, what made you what make you want to vote for her? She said, because I'm a Democrat. I said, that don't mean nothing. You can vote for whoever you want. That's how green these people is when they come to this country. They don't matter. They vote for whoever they want to vote for.
Mm. Yes,
And I have a brother that's locked up, and he got locked up maybe like a couple months ago, and in the city of Baltimore, and the jails is nothing but Nigeria running the
oh
jails.
yeah. Oh yeah.
He said, and I was on FaceTime when the police let him use his phone before they took him into custody into the building, and he was on FaceTime, and the police was even pissed. They was like, man, I'm pissed these Nigerians running this damn jail. They don't know how to work shit in here. So
Yeah, it's like that down in Texas. They got a lot of Nigerians working those COs down there. Yeah, that's by design. And by the way, how'd you get back? You got shot? Did you get shot back in the day? How'd you get?
yeah, I got shot. I got robbed. Got shot 4 times in the
Eh,
back. I got robbed.
eh,
Like 3 o'clock in the morning. Me and one of my youngest brothers together, and I got robbed. Getting out of sedan. A sedan is like a cheap taxi cab,
Wow.
and the sedan people robbed me and my brother and shot
The
me.
who?
Yeah, the sedan
Oh,
driver.
really?
Yep, yep,
Damn.
yep. I got one more thing I
Go
wanted to
ahead,
say
brother.
to you. Um, so I'm FBA,
Yeah.
and my mother her on her side of her mother family, they from Annapolis,
Yeah.
right? And she moved up here in the early, maybe like the early '60s. She moved up here, her and her mother and her father from Annapolis, and we've been up here Baltimore since. Well, my mother been up here since the
Oh,
'60s. I'm 42 years old, so I was born in 1981. So when my mother used to take us shopping back in the day, we used to catch the bus to the mall. It's down like gotta go past, like, it's the street called Baltimore Street. You gotta go past that part, and it's called Highlandtown. When back in the '80s, this place was all white people. Back in the '80s, it was sprinkled in with a little bit of white
mm,
people. I mean, a little bit of black people. I started hanging down there like the early 2000s, maybe 2001. It was still not, but mainly white people sprinkled in with a little bit of black people, and there really wasn't no Mexicans down there. It probably was sprinkled. It was a little bit of Mexicans, but it wasn't that many.
Yeah.
I got locked up. I got locked. I got locked up and went and got locked up and spent 2 years in jail. I came home, and when I came home, there was so many Mexicans down there. Now my mother say she go past down there. She said the whole town is Mexican.
Mm.
So it's like no white people or really no black people. It's, everything, everybody Mexicans.
Uh,
All kinds of Mexican shops. So I said, man, these motherfuckers, they think when people say they ain't gonna come over here and take over, they definitely taking
oh
over.
yeah, it's getting heavy out here, man. It's real.
Yeah, they definitely taking
Thank
over.
you so much, brother. And yeah, if your nurse aide, if she's jumping on you, man, let us know. Give us a call if she's swaying on you, because we've been hearing stories about that too. Some of these tether caretakers be jumping on FBA patients. So if you in there getting punched on, you let us know, and we'll handle that and get up off you. Um, let me see who else we got. Okay. So, Brother Marcel, shout out to Brother Marcel down there. Shout out to Black Alpha. Shout out to Nikki the God. Shout out to Juicy. Shout out to Brother McCall. Shout out to all you guys down there. All right. Let me see. Let's get Brother Mark Samuel. Let's get Mark in here. Mark Samuel. Get Brother Mark in here. And then we'll get Paul. We'll get Mark, then we'll get Paul.
What's up,
What's up,
Flex?
Mark? How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. Yeah, that fight was trash, bro. I'm from B-more too. I'm an OG. I'm 53,
Yeah,
and I'm a big fan, man. I if I could, I give you a Negro Peace Prize, man. You've done so much work out here.
man. I appreciate
Uh, I was at the first rally. I'm FBA all day. My family's from North Carolina, and on my mom's side, and then they came up from Great Migration. They went to Chicago at one point, and then came down here to Baltimore. But I went. That fight was trash. It's like bread and circus. I think they just putting stuff out there to entertain people because distract them. Because it was disrespectful.
Yeah, yeah,
To do that, like to do Mike like that, such a great champion, and all that other side, so all that buck breaking that you laid out all the game for us, man. So I appreciate that.
yes,
That's buck breaking right there, and the stuff with Denzel and all that, what that brother said. But I'm gonna just say I I support the reparations movement. I started researching it before it became mainstream. So I'm so glad that y'all have brought it this far. I'm an accountant, MBA, and an economic analyst. And I want to speak to you, and also a filmmaker. I want to speak to you offline about your producer fee, because I want to make some films. And I'll just land my plane right there.
thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. Let's get Paul. Paul in the building. Yo, Paul, you ready?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes,
All
indeed.
right. Yeah, I'll say about politics. Tariq, I've followed you for a bit, man. It's funny I'm talking here, but I want to say on the boxing. Um, you strike me as somebody that's probably like around same generation. I grew up outside Atlantic City,
Okay.
so I grew up watching Tyson. So everybody around my age just it was on Netflix, so I didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
um, but everybody wants to watch Tyson and wants Tyson again. You know what I mean? Um, so that's like the catch, I think. Jake Paul's not a great fighter.
Right.
Let's get real.
Right.
Um, but when I watched Tyson come out, man, I looked at his legs. I don't know if anybody caught it, but he like tripped up when he was first coming out, and
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
caught that. Yeah.
yeah, and I was like his upper body still looks strong, and he gave like first round, I was like, all right. Second round, it was like maybe, and by the third round, it was like, oh man.
Yeah. And
So
even Roy Jones was saying, hey, man, Roy kept saying, I don't like Mike's the way his legs are looking. His legs are not looking good. And, yeah, the legs were just coming in kind of stiff, wobbly. He low key tripped. So, yeah, the age thing was real. The age thing was very real. Lone Stone, what's up, brother?
What's good, Tariq?
How you doing, Lone Stone?
Nah, I'm chilling. I just want to reiterate like what that other guy said, like how like other races when they come through, like specifically like Hispanics, because like I'm in Boston. I live in Boston. There's like a city, Chelsea. It's basically like a little Mexico, like dead real. Like you go around, like literally the whole thing is like, and it's not a bad thing, but I just noticed that because you go into like any other city, white, black, but just like that one area, you know what I'm saying, Chelsea, all Hispanics, all Latinos. Sorry for that ringing, but let me just
What?
get off there. But yeah, just to reiterate what that guy said.
No, brother, you a bus driver? What are you doing? You driving a train?
Nah, I work overnight. I gotta go get the door for people to come inside.
Okay. All right, thank you, brother. What kind of job this brother got?
My fault.
Okay, this brother work at the Carter. Work at a big 3-story trap house. Somebody in there ringing the doorbell for some crack. He had to get off the phone real quick. What kind of job has a doorbell this time of night? Okay. I work the night shift. I gotta leave. Excuse me. Yes, that'll be $20, sir. This dude is trapping. There's some women in there bagging up coke with their titties out. All right. What kind of job is that where they're ringing doorbells this time of night, brother? That was real questionable. All right. I don't want us to become accessories to a crime. Okay. I didn't hear nothing. Y'all didn't hear nothing either, did you? I didn't hear nothing. I did. If the police asked, it was a bus that drove by. I thought it was a bus. I don't know what it was. It sounded like it could be some trapping in there, but I don't know. It was somebody riding their bike ringing a bell. I don't know what it was. I don't know nothing. And he rushed off the phone. So yeah. Anyway, all right, let me get up out of here, guys. Look, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Everybody make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum. That would be phenomenal. hiddenhistorymuseum.com, and also go to rootworkstyle.com. Yo, y'all need to get my book. If y'all don't have my book, Foundational Black American Race Beta, you can get it at officialfba.com. I'm up out of here, guys. Papi Akute, La Lavuve to the family. Y'all be good. Peace.